Is basically about how I do my notes. So I had a lot of questions about like, how do I fit this all in? How am I transitioning really quickly? And here is how I do it with today's notes that I'm going to show you that I did today. So it's really about prep work in the beginning. So I take my notebook, I make my title, I make my foldable, I make all of my answer key, I make sure everything works out perfectly. I make my back of my notes, I have everything mapped out exactly how I want my students know. So then I bring this bad boy to the copy machine and I scan it. So now it's a PDF file. I scan the front of my notes, I open up the foldable, okay? So I have everything there, the full answer key, and I scan the back. So it's one big document. So then I open up SmartNotebook, and while this is open, I open up my notes that I just scanned, and I literally just use the snipping tool, and I make a new one, and I snip. Then I copy, I go back to SmartNotebook, I paste it in there, and now I have my front of my notes. I will then make a brand new page, and I'll scroll down to my answer key. Let me just zoom out here. I'm gonna snip my full answer key. I go back in, I paste it, I rotate it, and now I know exactly how all of my answers should be. And that's gonna be on my screen. Okay, I can make it bigger or smaller, I can change the size, whatever. So now I am efficient. I'm not gonna rewrite the same thing 5 times. That just doesn't make any sense. So I just literally take a shape. This is my favorite, like the rounded rectangle. And I do a fill color of purple, that's my thing, line color of black. I have the colors that I want, and I just cover up all of my answers. Yes, I cover them all up. Yep, every single one of them. And then I do the same with the notes, my handwritten notes. I just take the scan of my notebook page, copy, add it into SmartNotebook, stretch it out the way I want it. So once my handwritten notes, and you can see I show them like, guys, look, it's my notebook. It's just literally my notebook. I do the same thing. And I cover up. I keep the problem. I cover this up. This down here was a different skill. I wanted to use subtraction, so maybe I'll make it a different color. And then I'm good to go. I could do each line. So if I want to reveal one at a time, I do that too. And then the last thing I would generally do is I use the screen, and I'll cover up so my students can only see some of it at a time. So I'll talk about this, they'll copy this down in their notes, they'll copy down these 3, and then as we're talking about it, I am dragging away and revealing step by step, and I ask them what would be the next thing, and then we write it down, blah, 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 and then I just kind of push them to the side and then do the next thing. So they're writing, and I'm just moving these bad boys. That's all I'm literally doing, and it's so fast. And then I would be like, -5 times 5x is what? Oh, it's -25x, and then -5 times 7. Oh, it's -35, and I just push it aside. And that's it. That's what I do for every single problem. So one extra thought as I story from my car and like